Stop it! Yes! You're a naughty girl.
No! The Douglas household isn't a happy place.
Don't hit me.
Incessant tantrums from 4.5-year-old twins George and Nicole means there's no fun in the family. When one tantrum finally stops, another one starts.
Stay there!
Parents Sandra and Doug regularly lose it in the face of such a daily onslaught.
Tell me why you're
And Mum's relationship with her daughter is at breaking point. Supernanny Jo Frost is their last chance. But will she be able to put a stop to the terrible tantrums, repair the rift, and get to grips with Mum and Dad's short fuse?
George, you do not hit Daddy.
Don't lose it, Doug. Doug, don't lose it.
Doug and Sandra Douglas live in Staines with their 4.5-year-old twins, George and Nicole.
You what?
After trying for many years, Doug and Sandra resigned themselves to a life without kids.
Just about came out.
And then you get this really big shock that you're having twins. And your whole life is turned upside down.
Now Doug's 48 and Sandra is 50. They both work long hours on opposite shifts at Heathrow Airport. Juggling their jobs and the kids between them is exhausting, and life has become a real struggle.
Bye.
Oh, don't drag her like that. George!
Nicole and George regularly throw violent tantrums, which lead to kicking,
Leave it.
biting,
Don't you dare.
swearing, and screaming for up to 4 hours without stopping.
George will kick me every single day. At some time or other. He can be a nightmare. There's no way I would hit him back if I could help it. I have done a couple of times, but it's got to really be me at the end of my tether when I do that. What did you say? What did you say?
Nicole is my princess, but she has a very difficult, what I find a very difficult personality.
Oh!
Oh, she's pulled my hair. She's kicked me.
I'll lift you if you're tired, Nicole.
But the twins aren't like this with other people.
With babysitters in school, the kids, they're fine. The school say, oh, our little angels. Well, they want to come and live with them.
When Doug and Sandra dare to take the kids out in public, things are just as bad.
Sorry.
If you want to clear a supermarket, take George and Nicole in.
People have actually looked at me, with horror. Then I get the other side of the coin where people look at me and they think, why doesn't that woman do something?
Sometimes they get that bad that I just wish the ground would open up and swallow me.
Don't kick me again. You tell him to stop. Right, let's go.
After a struggle, Doug can just about calm the kids down. Sandra, though, finds it harder, and her relationship with Nicole is particularly strained.
Don't be upset.
When I speak to Nicole,
Don't look at me like that.
most of the time, she won't look at me. Or I'll look at her and she'll look away. Or she won't answer me.
I don't want to fight with you, please.
But sometimes she looks at me with almost like hatred, like she hates me. Sometimes I feel like just running away and just call up to see how she's doing.
Help is at hand in the form of Supernanny Jo Frost. With 16 years of childcare experience, she can sort out the most unruly of children. Jo goes to meet Sandra as she picks the kids up from school. This is a daily flashpoint where George and Nicole turn from model pupils into tantruming twins.
Hi, pleased to meet you. I'm Jo. How are you?
Finally.
Jo wants to start her observation right here. For now, she won't intervene when things kick off.
Please, please, please. Listen, the policeman sees Mummy. I'll get into trouble.
Is that a constant battle to get their car seats on?
This is the 5th set of car seats that I bought. It's nothing to do with the car seats. I've often been out here 2 hours after school's finished, in the rain. No, Nicole!
As Sandra tries to get Nicole's belt on, she's confronted by the start of a major tantrum.
You're upsetting George.
George wants to go and he's done very well. He's put his seatbelt on, but Nicole's refusing and she's blaming Mum for George being upset. And she's taking her heels in.
OK, Nicole, come on, princess.
Despite Sandra's appeals, Nicole rages out of control.
Oh, dear.
Put your belt on! Stop it! She won't put her seatbelt on.
Not for the first time, Sandra is forced to call Doug to help her out.
How you doing? All right?
Well, I wish I could have met you on better circumstances.
all right.
Pleased to meet you.
Right, what's going on here? Come on, you. Come on.
Doug manages to get Nicole from Sandra's car into his,
Stay there.
leaving George with an exhausted mum. The whole seatbelt episode has lasted 40 minutes.
Is that an often occurrence?
When she picks it up, yeah.
Yeah. And does it get resolved by you then coming and sorting that situation
If I
out?
can, luckily enough, I'd just finished work,
Yeah.
so Sandy could call me. But if I'd just been starting work,
Yeah.
she'd have to put up with it herself.
Yeah.
Come on, Nicole, let's get changed and have a nice drink.
Yes,
Come on.
George.
So what happens now, this time of the day? The kids have come home from school.
Normally, we
Yeah,
come in,
yeah.
shoes off, coats off, uniform off, and we
Yeah.
get changed.
But today, Nicole refuses to change.
Please.
Her behaviour gets worse and she begins to kick.
Happens a lot, Sandra?
Sorry.
Does this behaviour happen a lot?
All the time.
Instead of addressing the temper tantrum, what her parents do is try to diffuse it. And they pander, and Mum's very scared, and she allows the behaviour to increase.
Just leave her. Come here. Right. Lie down.
Nicole's persistent bad behaviour is really taking its toll on Sandra.
As a mother, what are you actually wanting from Nicole?
Some response,
Yeah.
some feeling, some communication.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel that she doesn't want me here and that I should go. And we've actually discussed this, me going.
You're not going anywhere. Come here. You're not going anywhere.
It's 4:30 p.m.
Right, can Daddy get ready now?
The kids are out of their uniforms and Nicole has calmed down.
Just stay in uniform, yeah?
Doug and Sandra have decided to go shopping.
This is madness. The kids have spent all day at school and now they're going shopping. It's the last thing they want to do.
Nicole, which is the biggest? 100 or 1,000?
1,000.
Good girl.
Look at you!
Which is the biggest, George? 94 or 95?
96.
Things start to go wrong as soon as the Douglases hit the supermarket.
What's she arguing about?
Because she didn't get to put the milk in the trolley.
What are you doing that for?
Look, you're in the way.
At the moment, Nicole's upset, and so she's decided to sit down and take refuge on the floor, which is humiliating and embarrassing Mum and Dad at the moment.
Nicole, stop it. Fish fingers, chips,
Butter.
butter. Stop it.
Nicole, all your face is dirty.
Is it like this every time you go shopping?
Yep. Every time. Makes you want to start drinking again.
Finally, Doug and Sandra decide to cut and run, making do with just a few bare essentials.
Look, everybody's looking at you and laughing at you. We were late getting here today because Nicole was...
Once Nicole's calmed down, it's George's turn.
Is this normal behaviour? George kicking
Yeah, he always kicks.
Daddy and...
Yeah, or me. George doesn't like the word no. Come on. My hand. Nicole, would you like to sit in the trolley? No. No.
Today was a normal day. I'm not saying it was a bad day. On a scale of maybe 1 to 10, I'd say today was probably 5.5.
I'm switching that video off. You're going to get down and we're going to the bathroom. Yes, yes, yes.
To be honest, I don't even know where to start. She feels like her child doesn't love her. And the more she tries, the more desperate she becomes. I am going to change it for her. You know, there's no doubt about that. Things are going to change. But it's incredibly heartbreaking to watch. I'm finding it very hard to talk. I feel very, very emotional.
Now it's time to tell them where they're going wrong.
I've noticed that there is an abundance of love from the pair of you. That is, I mean, it just hits you straight in the face as soon as you walk in. But there is a problem here. The children have tantrums that are just unbelievable. When they kick off and they start screaming and they start shouting, it's you guys that are there clapping your hands, giving them the attention for the floor display that they decide to show the pair of you. And I sit there and I think, why are they putting up with being smacked in the face, pinched, punched, kicked as parents? The children's tantrums take hours because they are allowed. And you restrain the children, which makes them just want to get away from you. And that needs to be addressed.
I used to think that if I restrained them, it would calm them down a bit and alleviate the situation, alleviate the problem.
None of that's working anymore.
Because
we've got to find
Yeah.
We've got to find a new route because it's not working.
Yeah.
Sandra, you become very scared. I mean, it's the right word to use. You become very fearful of the children. They know you don't know what to do and that you're panicked by it. And Nicole, the desperation of you trying to get her to say one word to you because you feel like she doesn't love you. Both your kids love you. I want you guys to recognise that right now, today, you have to let go of the fear of a tantrum. No diverting, not swept under the carpet, but address it. And I don't doubt for 1 minute that you guys can't achieve that. Not 1 minute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She says what she feels, and I respect her for that. It does get to you, somebody telling you the truth, but in life you've got to take the knocks, and I believe everything she says.
We've got to make those changes, whether I like it or not, whether it's hurtful, whether it's going to be hard, tiring. That's all part of the package. We've got to do it.
It's called House Rules.
Today is Jo's first day of teaching. She gets the ball rolling with a new set of house rules.
And this bottom word says no swearing. We don't want any rude words said.
Nicole and George's out-of-control tantrums are next on Jo's hit list. She explains a discipline method called the cool-down technique.
Step 1 for that technique is to tell your child to stop shouting. Secondly, if they continue to whine or to shout and you see that a temper is building up, then I want you to give them a warning. If they continue, take them straight down to the cool down area where they must stay for 4 minutes. And this area...
From now on, the porch is where hot heads cool down.
I don't want to do that now! And when you behave like that, and you have what Mummy and Daddy call and Jojo call a tantrum, then this is where Mummy and Daddy are going to bring you to so that you can cool down. When you behave...
To work hand in hand with the cool-down technique is a reward chart, which goes down for bad behaviour and up for good.
Up another cloud, up into the sky until we reach the sun.
If Nicole or George make it to the sun, they'll get a treat.
You think it's a good idea, George and Nicole? Yeah, good.
With the discipline system now in place, Jo turns her attention to improving home life for everyone. By introducing some regular shared play, the children will soon learn they can get Mum and Dad's attention through good behaviour instead of bad.
Oh, and it's a race against time, and Mummy and Nicole are in the... Oh no, I can see Daddy and
Right,
George. Have so many pieces there as well.
Right, you took 2 of ours. I'm going to take 2 of yours. Yeah, quick.
Nicole's got it.
But it's too good to last, and George behaves aggressively.
I know. No.
Share. Come on, you have to share.
Right, George.
Okay, so Dad, what I want you to do is to come over to George and say, in a low tone voice, no hitting your sister.
So no hitting your sister. That's not right. Remember the rules?
Under Jo's new rules, any physical aggression means it's straight to the cool-down area.
No. I'm not taking that as an excuse. And don't hit Daddy. Remember, don't hit Daddy. No. No. You're sitting there just now. George, you do not hit Daddy.
Don't lose it, Doug. Doug, don't lose it. Come away. Sit. Come down. Come down. Okay, just say to him, you'll stay there until I come and get you.
You stay there till I come and get you.
Okay. Up you get. Up you
Okay?
get. Walk away. Walk away, because this is the bit that keeps you calm. Okay, let's stop here for a minute. He's got to learn that whoever he hits, he's got to say sorry. Because if he doesn't say it in home, he'll think he can do that outside. So he's got the out because he dug his heels in, he didn't want to say sorry. But what he can't believe is that you followed through with it.
Yeah.
And that's just temper. So after 4 minutes, what I want you to do is to go back and say to him, Daddy put you on this beanbag because you hit your sister, okay? And you hit Daddy too. I want an apology. And if he doesn't give you an apology, then you say, right, you can stay there until you cool down, okay? Because you knew yourself, which I'm very proud of, that when he started hitting, he said he was tired, and you knew he wasn't tired. He was making that as an excuse, and you knew that. You know? Just temper, look. Temper. Temper. Let's walk away and then we'll come back.
After the 4 minutes are up, Dad goes back to try for an apology.
Right, I need you to say sorry, George. Are you going to say sorry? George? Because if not, you're going to stay there all night. So it's up to you. Are you going to say sorry?
Right, up we go.
No, fine.
Up we go.
He's got more bottle than I thought.
George must stay in the cool-down area until he says sorry. This is the first time George has been disciplined like this, and he's not going to give in easily.
Then fine. Communicate with George properly. Get him up so that he looks at you and so that you're looking eye to eye. Okay? Say to him, I want an apology.
Right, I want an apology, George. Sorry? What was that? What did you say? You're sorry. Okay, now I want you to go and apologise to Nicole. There's your sister.
Kiss and cuddle, he said he was sorry. Kiss and cuddle, good boy, he said he was sorry.
George's tantrum is over, but he needs to be punished for his aggression. His plane moves down a level on the reward
What
chart.
you've got to do to get it back up. So we won't have any more bad behaviour, will we?
Excellent, Doug.
Next, Jo wants to deal with the children's bad behaviour outside the home.
No.
The supermarket run has seen some of the twins' worst tantruming. So Jo thinks the best way to put a stop to the problem is by using an involvement technique designed to get the kids interested and excited about shopping.
They're going to have a board each, and then with your list, I want you to tell them that you would like them to help you. Okay, get the food as you're going down the aisles, and each child is going to have these pictures, and they've got to help find it and put it into the basket.
I know
You're not keen on shopping.
No, you've already set yourself up there.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Of course not. It's negative talk. We want Sandra up and lively, okay? Children, we're going to do the supermarket shop and Mummy wants your help to get it done.
Right, George and Nicole, we're going shopping and I've got my list. Can you find carrots for me? Well done, clever girl. Find the lettuce and put it on your board. Oh, it is lettuce, you were right, George, good boy. That's right, carrots. But I think we'll come to the salad first, won't we? Right, who's got the apples and who's got the grapes? No, Nicole, you've got grapes, haven't you? You get the lettuce, good boy. You need carrots, right? Let's go and get the carrots then. Thank you, George. You're helping me with my list as well. You're a good boy. Doing very well. Oh, lovely. Good boy. Put it in your basket. Right, yeah, you get milk for me. Good boy. In the basket.
Whoa, where's the bundle?
You manage.
Be aware, Sandra, that George tends to want to do a lot for Nicole. You've got to let Nicole do it because otherwise she's going to feel, what's the point? George keeps butting in all the time and wanting to do it for me. Right. Got to allow her the chance to do things for herself as well.
Okay.
Otherwise she'll lose the incentive.
George, this is Nicole's board. No, that's chocolate, wasn't on my list.
Mum has scored a major victory. By making the trip fun, she gets the job done without any embarrassing tantrums.
I think you'll have something to tell Doug when you get back, don't you?
No screaming.
Are you surprised?
Yeah. This is a brilliant idea. God, if I'd have done this 2 years ago, my life would have been a lot easier. Do you want to put your list back in the basket and let's go and pay? 1, 2, 3.
The children behaved well, so they go up a level on the reward chart. An hour later, and Sandra tries to give the kids their bath. Unfortunately, Nicole only wants Dad.
Now.
No, I'm
I've
doing
got
it
all
tomorrow
your
night.
toys ready. Come on.
Okay, so Dad, just explain to Nicole. Mummy's doing it tonight, darling, and Daddy's doing it tomorrow. So you be a good girl and you go downstairs.
Go and let Mummy do it tonight and Daddy doing it tomorrow.
Bring her down, Doug.
Come on, George is ready. Come on, Nicole.
Take Nicole, off we go. Gonna have a nice bath time and you go.
Come
Have fun.
In the bathroom, Nicole. We're going into the bathroom now.
Come on, love, let's have fun. Come on, love, we're gonna have a bath.
Joe insists that Doug takes a back seat so the children have to listen to Sandra.
Normally, I would have just gone straight down and that would have been the end of it. But I knew that I couldn't do that and it was eating me up inside.
Will you get undressed yourself?
Okay, see that hip? That hip, up.
Nicole hits Sandra, so she's taken straight to the cool-down area.
You calm down first. Okay, come here. Come here. She's calling out for you, and the emotional, needy side of you wants to go to her because you're scared you're not going to get it again. That she's not going to call for you again. But is that how you want it under those circumstances?
No.
Right.
I deserve better.
Give your boy a bath.
Look at me. You need to say sorry. That's all you need to do. Tell me.
Come on, Nicole. Do it.
Tell me. Sorry? Sorry who? No, you can walk.
No,
Come on.
Quentin's held. Let's
You're a
get us some fun in the bath.
Big girl.
Although she's apologised, bad behaviour means Nicole still has to come down on the reward chart.
Okay, so Tamara, where do we want that helicopter travelling?
That way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Up.
Good girl.
I see what you're saying now and it seems to be working, but I ain't going to tell you that.
Speak up, you. Speak
I ain't
up.
going to tell you nothing, that you're right.
Well, do you know what? I think I'm beginning to realise where your daughter's getting her temperament from, Doug. Very interesting.
Tomorrow is Joe's last day of teaching before she leaves the Douglases to fend for themselves.
No, you stay there.
But how will Sandra, Doug and the twins cope without her? On the final day of her teaching, Joe's focusing on Sandra, who's having real problems connecting with daughter Nicole in particular.
It would be nice. Yeah. If once
once she would just say, you know, I love you, Mummy, but it's never happened.
Right, watch yourself.
Jo hopes to strengthen the mother-daughter bond through one-to-one play. She wants Doug to take care of George so Sandra can have fun with Nicole.
Go, Nicole. No, Daddy's playing football. He's not going on the swings. Come on, let's see who can get some swings first. Let's go, let's go. Going
Despite Sandra's best efforts, Nicole still wants Dad.
Let's go.
Tell her that you're going to play on the swing.
Nicole, we can see Daddy after. We're going to play on the swings. Come on, the girls go on the swings. We'll have a race. Me and you, we'll have a big race. See who can go the fastest.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Nicole wants to stay with Daddy. But the girls are going to go on the swings and have fun.
Okay, Daddy, back that up with Mummy, telling her that you're going to
have a race. See who can swing the fastest.
with George, and then you're going to play all together.
And then we're going to play all together.
We'll all play at the end. Push me on the roundabout. You can make it spin and I'll get all dizzy.
Right, I'll get over to the gate
Like the
before you.
last
You
time,
ready?
do you remember?
1, 2, 3, go!
I'm going to go there first.
I'm going to get you! I'm coming to get you!
By acting as a team, Mum and Dad managed to get her back to the swings.
2, 3.
That's it, place your foot. Fantastic.
It's important that Mum spends time with Nicole because Mum has spent a lot of time being pushed out. And the more she spends with her, the more it will balance the dynamics between Mum and Dad and Nicole, because Dad has been very much a strong presence.
Well done.
Missed it!
When Doug is here or Doug is in the background lingering, there's always that Daddy will come on board and Daddy will take over. But that's changing, definitely.
The playtime in the park pays off later at tea, with Nicole seeming much more at ease with her mum.
No more secrets.
It's a girl's secret.
I love you, Dad. I love you, Mum.
I love you, Nicole. I love you, George.
Come bedtime, and things are still cosy between Sandra and Nicole.
Would you like to choose your book? Nicole chose hers. No? Well, then we'll just share the same story. Come and sit close.
But this time, it's George who wants Dad.
Come on, listen to what he's saying. He wants Daddy, OK? Tell him exactly what's going on this evening. What actually is going to happen before Daddy comes in and does kisses and cuddles?
George, you need to calm down. We're going to have our story time now. Come on, this is story time. Bless you. And then we'll get into bed and Daddy will come and kiss you goodnight.
By standing firm and not pandering to George, Sandra is learning how to stop minor disagreements escalating into full-blown tantrums.
Sometimes if you make a massive drama over the smallest of issues, children know that, and so they dig their heels in even more. So it's about just bringing George over subtly, which she did.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
When I first saw Nicole and Sandra sitting on the bed, reading a story, and Nicole just cuddling up to her mum, that just pulled my heartstrings. It was really touching. That's never ever happened before.
Which one?
George will show you.
Jo's teaching time has come to an end. Now Doug and Sandra face the week ahead without her.
I'm off.
Okay.
To leave you guys to implement all the techniques that we've learnt, okay? To soak up all that information and advice and to use it, all right?
See you later.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks for all
Take
your
care.
help.
You're more than welcome.
Bye, Joe.
Bye-bye. Sandra,
playing
keep
him,
strong, okay?
Okay,
Keep strong.
I will.
Will we lock her out now?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that both parents will find it hard when the children start to have a temper tantrum. It may be hard for them to remember everything for the first couple of days as well. But I just hope they support one another and just back each other up so that Nicole and George can be put through their paces.
The day after Supernanny leaves, Mum and Dad take the kids to an activity centre for some important shared playtime. Sandra gives it all she's got.
Sandra's up there now, she's running about like an idiot, just like them. I think she's found her second due.
Come on, we're going up the slide.
The trip passes without a single tantrum. Later, with Sandra out at work, Doug's left to do the dreaded supermarket run on his own. Jo has taught the Douglases a simple involvement technique which gets the kids excited about shopping. But can Doug cope without her support?
Come on in. What's on your boats? Right, you find them now. It's on Nicole's boat.
By turning the trip into a fun game for the twins, the usual tantrums are completely avoided.
Is that fun now?
Yeah.
You like going shopping now, don't you? No.
Back in the house, it's changeover time again as a tired Sandra arrives home from work and Doug gets ready to leave for his shift.
You know, next time I've come through the door, hello, Mum, would be nice. Hi, Nicole. God, am I invisible?
The old problem's back. Sandra's feeling rejected by her kids.
I feel like I could turn around, walk out, get in the car and drive off and nobody would notice.
It's 6 p.m. and George has decided to have a nap.
Come on, George. Come on, you picked the wrong time to sleep, George. It's dinner time now. This isn't nap time, George. George, this is not the time for naps. It's 6 o'clock.
Under Supernanny's rules, as soon as the child hits out, they must be taken straight to the cool-down area.
You're going to be up all night. Now stop kicking me, George. Daddy's not here, so you're stuck with me.
But Sandra hesitates.
Right, that's it. Cool-down area.
She drags him off only when she's had enough of the kicking.
Right. You do not bite me. You do not kick me. You do not swear at me. And you do not punch me.
You fuckers!
You sit there and don't move.
You fuck!
Sit there.
Once in the cool-down area, George should be left alone for 4 minutes. But Sandra doesn't walk away, and the tantrum escalates.
Stay there. Stay there.
You fuck! Come out!
Even Nicole knows the rules and tries to get Mum away to let George cool down.
You fucking
No, you stay there. You stay there.
You fucker!
Another 4 minutes. You're going to stay there. Don't you dare come out. You stay there.
Finally, in line with Supernanny's advice, Sandra leaves the area and gets on with the meal.
Stand up.
And within minutes, George's tantrum dies down.
Tell me. Sorry what? Sorry for hitting me?
In keeping with the rules, George must go down a level on his reward chart because of his violent behaviour. And there are similar problems after school the next day. George is refusing to get changed out of his uniform.
No!
Right, get in on that. Right.
He hits Dad, and it's straight onto a beanbag.
You fucker!
Making the same mistake as Sandra yesterday, Doug hovers around the cool-down area. This time it gives George something to get his teeth into.
Don't bite me, George. Don't bite, George. Get in there, George.
You fuck off!
Doug loses it.
Deal with him, and I'm gonna freaking kill him.
Well, I could see that Doug was ready to blow. And that he'd reached that point where if I probably didn't step in, the situation was actually going to get a lot worse. You do not kick me!
You fuck!
Get back in from that beanbag and don't you dare move! Don't move! Stay there! And don't move!
No, you don't.
Get back over there now.
Come on.
Be careful, Nicole. No more!
Back in
With the cool-down area looking more like a battleground, Doug gives up and bundles George into his room.
And we'll have to lock the door. It's the only way he's gonna calm down. You stay in here, George, until you calm down.
Locking George into his room is definitely not part of the cool-down procedure. It's 7 a.m. and Sandra's off to work. Supernanny isn't back till tomorrow, and Doug is finding it increasingly difficult to apply her techniques.
If that's you kicking me, you're going up through to the cool down area.
No!
Are you kicking me?
No!
Right, that's it.
No!
That's it.
No! You fuck!
Pardon?
You fuck!
What did you just say? Right, that's it.
No!
Cool down area.
No!
Yes.
No! No!
Yes.
No!
You said a bad word. And we don't say bad words in here. You will sit there for 4 minutes. You will sit there for 4 minutes. You will sit there for 4 minutes. I'll be back in 4 minutes.
Nicole refuses to stay in the cool-down area.
Well, you've got 5 minutes, Nicole, to get in the car. And you've not had your hair done? Nothing yet. Right, are you coming? You've got 2 minutes. In your bedroom. I've got to put you in your bedroom, Nicole. I've got to. There's nothing else I can do. I've got to take Josh to school. I've got to take Josh to school.
With time running out, a desperate Doug once again resorts to bolting the bedroom door.
Right, you go in. I'm going to bundle her in the back. In the back of the car.
Doug goes back to get Nicole.
No. Get in there.
You're stupid!
You stay there.
Dad,
Yes, George.
Daddy, get there quick.
Right, you're going to put the rest of your clothes on then? Have you put them on?
No.
George makes it to school fully dressed and on time, but it will be a few hours before Nicole can join him. Since Supernanny left, the tantrums have come back with a vengeance. Jo's been watching it all from a distance, and tomorrow she's back.
Well, that is clearly the cool-down area out of the window. You lost it and your child lost it. This is crazy. Well, I can't wait to get back here.
It's been over a week since Supernanny Jo Frost left the Douglases to get on with her strict discipline techniques aimed at bringing tantruming twins George and Nicole under control.
Get back! I'm back! And don't you dare move! Don't move!
But with Sandra and Doug failing to follow Jo's techniques to the letter, the tantrums have returned.
Right. Do not bite me. Do not...
Jo's been watching the video footage, and now she's back.
Right.
Come on in. What's on your boards?
Look at them! Ooh! Little shoppers. Fantastic for the pair of you because there's been dramatic change in taking the kids outside in public to what it was before.
Yeah.
So you've done really well. You've worked very hard at that.
But when the tantrums do kick in, things don't go quite so smoothly.
We've got you standing there in the area, looking like a prison guard. You were meant to come down to his level and say to him, right, you stay there. For you to be standing over him when you're angry is intimidating. You're a big bloke, do you know what I mean? You're tall, you know? And you don't want to put the fear of God in him, but you want to be able to be respected and hold authority as his parent.
But the thing is, he's in and out and in and out and in and out. An hour. I've not got time to mess about like that.
But you have to, Doug.
I ain't got to work then. You see, before that, I'd put him in about 7 or 8 times.
Fine. Because I can promise you may put him 7, 8 times today and you may put him in 15 times tomorrow. But the key is consistency. Because once he realises that that is where he goes, every time he gets out, he won't bother doing it. See, he's there. He is there.
You Jesus!
I really need you to see that when your child has got to the stage where he is swearing and blinding at you and kicking you that way, he's lost control. And there is nothing that you can do to change that until he calms down.
No, you stay there!
You started bantering with him. You will, you won't, you will, you won't. It's like this all the time. Beck, 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 beck.
I know how he feels.
Come on, George. Children just need to know that there is a consequence for that behaviour. It's very simple, and it's a sequence of steps. But as soon as they start protesting it because of their temper, and you engage in it, what you do is you come down to their age. Because you're bantering, yes, no, it's negotiation. And it becomes a battle of wills.
Another 4 minutes, you're going to stay there.
By upping his time is moving the goalpost and undermining the cool-down area.
Just stick to the 4 minutes every time. Don't increase the time.
Most definitely. Leave them there and then come back and tell them you want an apology for the behaviour that's unacceptable.
You do not kick me.
And instead of you picking him up and saying, do not kick me, and placing him in that area and walking away, you restrain him.
Don't you dare pinch me. Don't you dare.
And that is why I gave you guys the cool down area. Because until he calms down, he won't reason with you. You've got to trust and have faith that that technique works. Okay. And we've seen it work. We've already done it. The thing that screams out to me when I watch this footage is that when a situation blows out of hand and you have to place the children in the cool down area, you guys are losing it.
George, you're not doing yourself any favours.
Doug, in particular, finds it really hard to control his anger.
Deal with him, and I'm going to freaking kill him.
It's your responsibility as a parent to implement that discipline, but to stay calm, to stay in control and walk away.
Stay there. Come out. Just come away from it.
You see what your daughter said to you there? She told you to come out because she knows the rules of that cool-down area.
Yeah.
We don't want locks on the doors. That area does work. Let's not take away the hard work that the pair of you have done and the great results that we have seen. But I'm going to sit you guys down and write the steps of the cool-down technique so you can look at it every morning and every night until it's ingrained up here, okay? So each step is like clockwork under your belt. Everyday voice.
Jo runs through the cool-down technique steps again with Doug and Sandra, adding an extra one in just for them.
5, 5, 5. Walk away. All right, let it go.
Jo then teaches Sandra and Doug how to cool their own tempers when the kids lose theirs by using simple breathing control.
So every time you walk away, when you've placed the kids in the calm down area, I want you to breathe in for 5 and out for 5 and exhale all that hot air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. If your children come up to you, take them back to the cool down area and come away and repeat that procedure.
Okay, come on then. We've got everyone.
Jo's convinced that the more fun they have as a family, the less fighting there'll be. So before she goes, it's on with a fancy dress.
When Jojo says you gotta do that. Oh, when Jojo says you gotta do that. I wanna be in that number. Oh, when Jojo says you gotta do that.
I hope now that he's started this and he's realised how much the kids are enjoying it, he'll continue to do so. At the end of the day, it's about having fun with your kids, and that's what's important, you know. Right, I'm off home.
It's time for Jo to leave.
Bye-bye.
Although a lot of progress has been
Take care,
made,
darling.
there's still some way to go.
Make sure you behave really good and you can reach the sun, okay? They've done remarkably well. They really have come a long way, and I think today was a real turning point for Mum and Dad. They've realised that as much as they've done very, very well, and they have, and I'm very proud of them, they've still got work to do. Bye. 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 I just hope that they keep calm, because the results for it are a lot better, and the children have got direction, and for that they're much happier, and Mum and Dad are much happier for it.
A week later, there's been more progress using Jo's techniques, and the Douglases are on their first family holiday together.
The thought of bringing George and Nicole on holiday before, I never used to go. Sandy would take them on their own because I knew what it was going to be like.
The cool-down beanbags have come along for the ride too.
Not everything is 100%. You know, we still have a few little hurdles to cross, but we'll carry on. And we'll try the best we can to make this work. We have to do it, because we're not going back to that old life that we had before. The hurdle of being scared was a big thing. And it does sound strange being scared of a 4-year-old, but I was.
It's okay, look up, look up.
Not only that, but Sandra's relationship with her daughter has gone from strength to strength.
When I look at Sandra and Nicole together, it just makes everything worthwhile.
How old are you?
4.
You're 4, and what have you come as today?
A sheep.
He's come as a sheep, mums and dads. Give him a big round of applause.
Having more fun with the kids has meant everyone, including Doug, is less stressed.
I think the fact that we've seen the changes makes it a lot easier for him to think, I must try and remain patient, so I'll keep my cool. The calm down area definitely helped with George and Nicole and calm them down. I haven't sat Doug in it yet, so I don't know if it'll calm him down. I might try that when we get home. But throw it hard like this.
We'll get 3. Oh,
That's a rock, George. Ready, Nicole?